Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of the Zombieland Saga Revenge, Episode 7, Mai Mai Revolution SAGA. Now, just really quick before I get into the reviewing of this episode, I want to quickly talk about the preview of for next week's episode, which this first one, I think, the first time in this series, we're gonna have a two-parter. Because this next week's episode is called The Saga Incident Part 1. Which is, so the first time in the series we're going to get a two-parter here. You know, in two parts. And, really quick, also, I probably didn't mention this before, but the character, because the next week's episode is going to be about Yugari. She's the one that has like the least backstory of we got the backstory for almost all of our characters, from Sakura to Saki, Lily, Junko, except for Tai, because not Tai. Tai. I got my characters wrong. It's Tai. Tai Yamada. Yeah, because one thing about Tai, why she had no backstory, why she's acting the way she is, not fully speaking, right? Because I said last week, because her grave was right next to Sakura's. Now, I didn't get fully specific on that, because I was like, okay, that's something. I probably did say there's something happened, because why was Sakura's grave right next to Tai's? And I said Tai. My mistake. It's Tai. But one thing I think it had to do when Sakura got revived. When Sakura was brought back by Kotaro, I think somehow it effectively inadvertently revived Tai, because it must have, because it wasn't just a coincidence how her grave was next to hers. You know what I mean? So I guess Tai must have inadvertently got revived next when Sakura was being revived. So that was one thing I was guessing when I was talking about that. I didn't get fully detailed because I didn't fully understand that part, though. But I had to just think about that, though. But getting back to Yugari, because since Toby had no background of who she is, Yugari was the only one. Was the only one who didn't get a full backstory. She was, of all the other members, she was put on the back burner. Her backstory was put on the back burner. So we didn't fully know who she was. So with the next episode, we're finally going to get a backstory on where she came from. Because she says that she was like from a long time ago. Back, like kind of like the feudal era of Japan, basically. Because that's what I'm guessing. Because she said she came from long ago, so. So, one thing I want to address before I get this, because we're getting a chance to finally explore Yugari's backstory now. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to seeing, though. So hopefully we'll see. This is a part 1, so hopefully first time we're getting a two-parter in this series. So we're getting a look at Yugari's backstory finally. So that's a good thing. So that's a quick thing on next week's preview. So now get into the story at hand of this episode, Mai Mai Revolution SAGA. So we introduced to this new character. Her name is Mai Mai. She's a high schooler, and she's klutzy. She's always like constantly breaking her glasses, right? And since she broke her glasses, she gets confused. She goes to the bathhouse and goes to the men's part. So she couldn't see because her glasses are broken. Where Kotaro is in his part of the bathhouse, and she slips on a bar of soap. And it was kind of like which was kind of neat. Was gonna play like Entourage, how Sakura died in the first episode when she got hit by the truck. It was when she was slowly flying in slow motion as the credits are going, and like sort of that Neo color credits too. It was to be play the same thing with Mai Mai, when Koto's looking at her like, oh, and she slips and falls, and well, like in the last week's which was the preview for this, there was like she was like, it was her, Mai Mai, wrapped up in the blanket, and they think and Coco had no choice but to bring her back home with them. To them, wrapped up, thinking that, oh, this is your newest member. She's dead, right? Like, is she dead? Which you thinking that she is dead, but twist, she really isn't. Which I thought that was kind of a neat a cool twist with that. Well, I don't say it's cool, but a funny twist, because when she gets up, she makes you think that she's a zombie, but actually pulled the wolf eyes, literally, but she's not. So that was kind of a funny twist. And just like what who some of the Kotoro's face was like, oh, like that, right? There's like his whole a lot of times his face was like that, and it was like in shock. And I was like, that's kind of funny. But no, really. Mai Mai is not dead, which I thought funny twist. Because you think we were playing with the credits and thinking she was gonna die, she was gonna die like how Sakura did in the first episode when she died, but no, there was a twist. Actually, she didn't. So she finds out that they're zombies, and instead of like acting all scared and ratting them out, no, because turns out she's a huge fan of theirs, especially with Sakura, and she's been to their concerts, especially which show flashbacks. Especially flashbacks to the first season finale when they were performing at the big concert when the snow caused everything down. She was there, and she was a huge fan, and she always thought about joining the group, So, and she will keep their zombie secret, them being zombies, a secret. So she will keep that a secret if she joins the group, and Koto's like, ding, and he does it again, and Saki's like, do you wish can you just cut that crap out? So she gets accepted and into the group. She's now number 7, and so they want to get when she's at school, she's part of the student council. They want to trying to get ideas for the next school festival, and she gets the idea to bring Fauna Shushu there. So, and sometimes she's trying to learn how to dance with them, but she keeps on falling down, breaking her glasses, because she's klutzy. And I thought it was like kind of thing to bring this new member in. In my mind, I liked her kind of like. She means well, even though being klutzy, but she means well. At times she's explained with Sakura about, how she's been a fan of it, especially with her. And Sakura explained to her how before she died, she always, wanted to join Iron Frill, right? But then she died before that, and always practicing in the classroom. Well, speaking of practicing in the classroom, because she wants to take, she takes the group there to see what high school is. Because hardly none of them a couple of them hardly remember high school, and the other one they've never seen a high school before. And like Sakura's telling her, she used to dance in a classroom too. And you do see, which kind of grabbed my attention because for the quits there where Kotaro, he's staring at a classroom, and because you remember in a quick shot in the last episode, in the finale, in a flashback, he knew Sakura when they were both in the same school together. And even Sakura gave her, oh, thanks for Sakura gave him the CD that he lent to her. It's like, oh, here, you can have this back now. So he knew her in the same school before she died. That's why you get that little shot. He was looking at the classroom there, where a spot where she was dancing before. So I would like to learn to know if one day is he gonna tell her that he knew her back then at the same went to the same school together before she died. I would like to see that one day he would tell her, But is he going to tell her the truth about her, how they knew each other? In my perspective, probably not. But I would still like to be open to, hopefully later on, maybe he will eventually tell the truth that he knew her back then. So I don't know. Maybe one day. Well, maybe I was like, not one day. But hopefully, maybe some later on down the road, maybe he will tell her. Hopefully, but I'm just open on that subject, that part of it. But anyway, so Sakura's still talking to her. Mai Mai's telling Sakura that she was an inspiration to her, and she's a huge fan, you know. And but I was just saying that that's how he knew, because he was staring at that one classroom, because that's how he knew her back then. So that's what's funny about Kotaro. But getting back with Mai Mai. And with until the day of the performance, those two, and once again the crowd, those two guys who are also fans, you know, dressed in those rockin' outfits, they're there still, and of course they never miss a show there. So, and Mai Mai's on the stage with them, they're performing. Now the songs here, I thought that was okay. I thought that these songs here were just alright. I think the songs in the previous episodes have been better. But to me, these songs here felt like they were just okay. Songs, like I said, the previous episodes, they were better, though. To me, they were. But the animation was where they were dancing around. It was fine. But all that, after the performance, then Mai Mai said this will be her first and last song, so she's going to be no longer in the band. Which I'm like, okay, but even though she still will keep their zombie-ness a secret, though. But, I thought it was like a thing, you know, we bring a new character in to join the band, but I kind of felt like, I think it was because why? Because she's still living, she's still alive, because, you know, they're zombies, they're dead, though, but I think because she's still alive, that's why she chose to leave, because since she's still alive, she still has other things to do in her life with her school and everything else. I think that because since all of our members are all dead, they have to worry about their stuff in their previous life. So that's why they can stick with the band, just the band only, though. But with Mai Mai, since she's still alive and not a zombie, I think that's why that she chose to leave, though, because like I said, it's only like if she became a zombie, then things would have been different. Then she probably would have stuck with them, though. But since she's not, I think that's why she chose to leave, though. That's what I'm thinking. But if that is so, okay, that's understandable. And Kotaro apologized for what happened before, like the bathhouse. And she said she'll keep it a secret. He says thank you. But during, she says, you know, she does appreciate the opportunity to be part of this band, and she will be as number 7. She will be, and hopefully we will see her again still, because I was liking this character. I was liking this character of Mai Mai. So if I don't think we will. I feel. Talking too fast. Calm down. Hopefully, we will see her again. Still, that's what I'm trying to say. This is not the last. Hopefully, this is not the last we see of her. I still think that we will still see Mai Mai. Now, at the ending of this, since we have a person who knows about their secret, but decides to keep it a secret, which is good. But then we cut back to the journalist or reporter, but I always call he is more of a journalist, but he's looking at the pictures of their of the rest of Franz Shushu, and he's now put two and two together, implying that they're all dead. Well, he said except for number 5, because he has no info about her, which is Yuguri. Yuguri. He doesn't know anything about her. That's why in the next episode we're going to learn her backstory, which is good because we don't know anything about her. We're finally exploring her backstory, which is good. Looking forward to the next episode. But he said the rest of them, they're all dead, which is implying that Yuri is dead too. That's what he's thinking too. So yeah, now he's now put two and two together after what happened in the previous episode with Tai, not Tay, Tai. So I apologize for that. After he took the picture of Sakura holding her head, he's now implying that they're all dead now. So now, well, like I said, okay. Now we're wondering, how is he going to handle this though? Is he going to expose it to the world? Or is he going to remain this a secret for himself until he talks about it? I don't know. Is this guy going to be a dick about it and expose them for for what they really are? Since he knows about the truth now? I don't know yet. I mean, it's because you got the one girl who's all happy for them, is willing to keep it a secret, but on the other hand, you got the guy who knows about the truth now. And now he's deciding what's he going to do now. Is he going to tell them, expose them? So that kind of makes it interesting, because you got the one girl who's sweet, clumsy but sweet, means well, is going to keep it a secret for them, but you got the other guy who's decisive whether he should or should not. So yeah, this was another good episode. I think it was better than the previous. I think it was better than the previous one. I think it was. Was it better than the previous one? No, I think the previous episode was about with Tai, so I don't know whether this is episode better. I don't know, yo. I don't know yet. But this was another good one though. Even though the songs during the performance I thought was alright, but the rest of what I thought was I liked the character of Mai Mai or Mai Mai. Mai Mai. Yeah. But hopefully we'll see her again. So yeah, episode 7, Mai Mai Revolution Saga, or Mai Mai Revolution Saga. It was a good episode, but I'm looking forward to the next episode. Now we'll finally explore what Yuguri's backstory is. Thank God, because the first season her backstory was not explored. Up until now, yes. So her story was put on the back burner. So now we'll finally get a chance to see what her lifestyle was before she died. And like I said, this is that is gonna be a part 1. So, part 2, we'll see. Let's be split into 2 parts. So we'll see what part 1's gonna be like first. So yeah, the saga incident part 1. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. So yeah, so this is my review for episode 7. I liked it. Good. Hopefully we'll see her Mai Mai again. So. But thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next review. Later.